Welcome to the kitchen. Today we are cooking Louisiana's premier ingredient of the season, Louisiana crawfish. And today we have John Breaux with Solera and Ben 77. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
What are we going to be cooking with Louisiana crawfish today?
Today, so we're going a little different than the traditional crawfish boil or étouffée. We've got a little, a classic béarnaise on the bottom, a braised zucchini, butter poached crawfish, and a little herb fennel salad on top.
Let's go ahead and get started.
All right, so we've just got a regular old zucchini here. We're going to cut the little top off. We'll discard that. And then we're going to cut it long ways. So you open it up.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some little cross hash marks. So here we're putting salt on, and then we're going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. And what that's going to do is pull a lot of the moisture out,
yeah,
which is going to help us get a good sear and color on the zucchini. So we'll let that sit for 20 minutes. We're going to focus on our little fennel salad real quick.
So we've got our fennel.
We've got our fennel slice. We're going to put it in our bowl, and then we're going to take a few chives just for some color. And we're going to chop these up, throw them in there. We're going to put a little bit of salt just to kind of season it. So right now what we have in here, we're going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil.
Yeah, that's really good quality olive oil, you can just tell.
And then we'll hit it some lemon zest. So we'll just give that a little mix. All right, so now we're just gonna make a simple béarnaise, which is basically just a hollandaise mounted with a little red wine vinegar, tarragon, and shallot reduction.
Sounds great.
So we've got a water bath here, steaming, because you wanna cook that hollandaise very gently. We're gonna throw 3 egg yolks in, and then we're just gonna whisk like our life depends on it. So we're just gonna whisk in butter. So what we just did right there is we gently cooked those egg yolks and we whisked in as much air as we could so you get a nice light sauce. And so that's a high fat sauce right there. So we're gonna put even more fat in there. We're gonna go pretty slow until we guarantee that emulsification is happening. And then once that happens, we can kind of get a little crazy with it.
And I feel like hollandaise and crawfish is like the perfect marriage.
It's a match made in heaven. And I kind of like to push it with the butter. I know.
You know what? You're talking my language.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we're looking for.
It's beautiful consistency.
Right there. And so right now we don't have any seasonings in here. So we'll go ahead and hit it with some salt.
Okay.
And we'll hit it with a little bit of lemon juice just to brighten it up.
Beautiful.
We'll whisk that. And then also the shallot and tarragon reduction that we have is going to have a good bit of flavor in there, so you don't really need to go crazy with the seasonings at first. And this is obviously what turns it into a béarnaise, right there.
The tarragon, yes.
Yeah, and that's going to go nicely with the fennel, obviously, because the tarragon has a good licorice, herbaceous flavor in there. So we have a pan over very, very high heat. We're going to put in a little bit of canola oil. Anything, the lighter the oil, the better, because you're going to look for that smoke point. Any olive oil is going to burn. And then we have our zucchini. And then we're just going to let that sit. We'll let that cook for probably 3-4 minutes on that side. Like I said, you want to get that nice color on there. Kind of tilt that if that oil's not, yeah, there we go. While this is cooking, we're going to throw a little bit of that tarragon and shallot reduction into the butter because we're going to poach the crawfish in there as well.
Okay, now you're definitely speaking my language. We're poaching the crawfish tails in the butter.
Yeah.
When you get your pound of crawfish, they are fully cooked.
Yep.
So really just heating them through
Yep.
and not, and that keeps the plumpness.
Absolutely.
And
I
of course
would
the
save
flavor
that butter. That butter's only going to get better. And that's it.
It's a perfect dish.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to come to the restaurant and try this again
Absolutely.
and again.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Louisiana crawfish. Ask before you eat.